This right here is my brand new Samsung S26 Ultra, fresh from the mailbox. Here we go. Now the funny part about this is, it was shipped 2-day air. I ended up getting it 4 or 5-ish days after they shipped it. Just because they didn't deliver out here for a few days for some reason. And we see over here in all this glorious packaging, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We have the books. That's more wrapping than I have opened before. But of course makes sense. This is the Samsung S26 Ultra. Gotta love that intro. The newest phone that Samsung has launched, and the replacement of my old S10. If you can tell, I'm scissors. I'm basically Butterfingers. Oh man, this thing is actually interesting. I haven't opened up a new phone since my first phone in 2019. Let's see what we got in here. You gotta be kidding me. And here we go. The new S26. Oh my gosh. This thing is skinny. It is noticeably bigger than my current phone. My case is the size of the outside of this thing. Oh my gosh. Okay. And the rest in the box should be a hole puncher and a charging cable. So type C to type C. And I miss the days when they used to give you like charger bases and headphones like the S10. So here we go. Inside the new phone. That actually looks really cool. Alright, let's boot it up. Hello? Mine might be dead because it is refusing to start. Let me go grab a charger. This is the first. Oh, the phone turned on right as I walked away. Wonder where my charger. Okay then. So it might not be a charging issue. I'm going to get this all set up and we're going to test out everything about it. And if you're interested, this is kind of what it looks like so far when just trying to get everything transferred over. So booting it up gets us here. The screen moves so fluently. The cameras are definitely a lot bigger than the S10. They're also pretty noticeable. So there's the Pokemon card from a wide angle. And then we start to slowly go into it. And by that time, we're at 10x. Now we can shoot up to 30x and 100x. Like you can't even tell. This sucker zoomed in quite a lot when I went to driving. Because even in this room, I can't even demonstrate the 100x because my room is just too close. Now if you click this button up here, you can change it from 50 mil and 200 mil. Also, to get it to be this size, all you do is you tap this little weird little box here, and you change your aspect ratio. Typically when the phone comes, it comes in about this size, or this size, I don't remember which one it was in, but I do 9:16, drop the quality back down to 12. So this camera does shoot up to 8K. And you can see right here, you can also record and work in expert RAW. Honestly, I'm excited about testing this thing out. You even have audio levels on the left and light levels on the right. Recording has this new funny feature where you can rotate your phone, which is really cool to have. And when you get the phone, it's going to have Super Steady off. If you want to have a smoother video, you can set Super Steady on. Super Steady, I'm currently shaking the phone around. Typically makes it way smoother. But if you set it to the magical 360 degree and we start recording, I can rotate the phone and it's going to stay level. Of course, I'm probably butchering this a lot, but as you can see, it stays. So like you can be walking around, doing your stuff, and then in reality, it's just gonna keep it held on. I can hold the phone like this and be shooting horizontal still, which is really weird to do. As for the back-facing camera, this is what it looks like, and I also swapped over to the camera's microphone. No, not the camera's microphone, but the phone's microphone. This is what it sounds like. It sounds fairly decent compared to what the previous generations like the S10 had. Honestly, I only had an S10, so this is my new phone, so that's kind of why I like this. But you can see I look washed out. It's because of a giant white box above me. But if we walk away from the giant white box, you can see we're entering a darker area, and it's still able to keep me well lit. Like, this is the worst case scenario when using your phone. Backlighting and recording, and the phone is somehow doing it. I don't know how this magic is working, but it is, and I think it's really cool. Photos on this thing are remarkably really good. Now, if you're coming from an older generation of phone, for instance, like around the S10 era or older, you're going to notice some things that will be different with the UI. First thing is this. The search bar is on the bottom. It's not on the top anymore. Second thing, normally when you use the S10, maybe it's a setting I haven't found yet, but when you use the S10, you typically can type in what you're looking for in like brightness or anything, and it'll bring up the settings. It just brings up apps now, so you have to physically go to settings and then go look for what you're looking for. And then you can do it. Now here comes the fun thing. There's this new privacy display thing. So if you turn it on, when you rotate to the side, it's going to be hard to see the screen. So here's the screen normally. When you start to rotate it, it's hidden. Now for my display, I don't know why when I use it, it just immediately, at this angle here, everything's dark. When I get the camera right close, you can see it. Now for me to stop seeing the phone physically, I have to be looking at it from this angle. So if I'm sitting next to someone, I'm not really going to see what they're looking at. I found that if I'm sitting next to someone where there's light, it's extremely difficult to see what they're actually seeing. Yeah, the screen's on right now. But if you're in darkness, for instance, if this light shut off, it's actually easier to see it. So as soon as you turn the light on, they also made the entire left side completely smooth, which is perfect. No more annoying buttons you don't need, like the Bixby button. There is one thing I don't like about this phone. The phone itself is great. It's this text messaging app. It's Google Messenger. I'm not a fan of it. I tried running it before on other devices, didn't like it. I like Samsung's original text messaging app because the S25 can get it, and they say it's not out for this device. So hopefully it's a future update that you can actually download it on this device. But as of right now in March, you can't download it. I know a lot of people keep saying they're copying Apple with this design, but I found it eerily similar to the S10. The corners are almost 1-to-1 of the angle, which that is the reason I bought this phone, because it looks like my phone, just a little bit bigger. Sure, the thickness isn't all the way the same, and the camera quality is way better than the new one, and my phone may be a hazard because it's completely shattered, but I like that. I like the way how well it's curved. It fits nice in my hand. Normally when I use this phone, I'd wrap my fingers around the left side to hold it. Well, since this phone is a lot bigger, I have to hold it like this. So my fingers are in the back holding it like this, and my pinky's doing most of the work. Also, I like the fact that they added this little round bump out. I didn't really like the S25 back where they just bulge out of the side of it. It looks like it's more sturdy. I just like the way it looks. That's like my biggest thing. I like the way it looks. And the S25 Ultra compared to this, it's not as tippy. I do not feel like it's going to fall on my hand as bad as the S25. And it weirdly feels lighter. Probably because it went for an aluminum chassis instead of the titanium one. Honestly, I might forget that I have the privacy display on, just because I just forgot I had the privacy display on. Oh, that's really bright. And I did test out the speakers a little bit because I was listening to a video on how in the world to use this thing. So let's pull up a video. Of course, the mic on this thing's not going to be a justice. I'm going to try my best to run it through the mic. Here we go.
This is the very last chunk in Minecraft, and I have to survive on it. But
honestly, I think it sounds really good. Watching YouTube videos on it is super, super clear. Like, I'm sitting here watching and I'm like, holy cow. Then also down here, they have the S Pen, the Type-C port, the normal port for like the cards you're going to run for your sim. On the side, you got volume up, volume down, auto off, speaker, and then also, I never understood what this line right here is for. But there's a line there, maybe to fuse the chassis together. But if we pop the S Pen out, it is pretty long, and you can click it. If you like a fidget toy, I guess you can click this. Honestly, I'm worried I would break this. Let's see what's going on right here. Let's do a test the pen. Honestly, it writes really nicely. Now let's say you have the original S Pen. Is it compatible? Taking it from my drawing tablet, we got ourselves the original S Pen. Comparing it to the Samsung Ultra S Pen to the other Samsung pen, there's a big size difference. But does it work with this screen? Oh my gosh, it does work with the screen. That is actually remarkable. And it's not too far off from where the pen's actually drawing at. So the S26 Ultra is compatible with an S Pen and, of course, with its own pen. So I think if I'd use this little pen, I would use it for like quick doodles of thumbnails or like just random stuff that could pop in my head. And if I have this on me, oh yeah, I definitely use the S Pen with this phone. Especially since the pressure sensitivity from this pen also does transfer over. Does it have pressure sensitivity in the S Pen? In this pen? Oh look, they both have pressure sensitivity. That's pretty cool. Now, one thing with this pen is you can insert it backwards. It will still go in, but it will not be flush with the chassis. So you gotta remember to flip that around. All around, I like this phone. It works pretty good. I like the photos it takes. Video ain't half bad. And the fact that I can run this thing for one day, charge it when I sleep, wake up next day and run it, that's what sold me on it. Now, I gotta go test out some more stuff on this phone. So hopefully you enjoyed this review video of the S26 Ultra. See ya.